your work week, Bama fans, on a high note, the number one form for Bama football news. In my own words, yours truly, Stephen Smith of Touchdown Alabama Magazine. Tomorrow, 11 a.m. Central Time kickoff, I believe on SEC Network. You got Bama, Chattanooga, Bryant-Denny Stadium in Tuscaloosa, Senior Day. Coach Saban honoring a phenomenal senior class. He wants the fans to help these seniors leave Bryant-Denny the right way. But like I said, we bring you the show from the Magic City of Birmingham. We stream this to you through YouTube. Speaking of the channel, you know what time it is. You tap that subscribe button. Get locked in. Get involved. Hit that subscribe button. Share the show to everybody that you know on all platforms. Die-hard Bama fans, casual Bama fans, consumers of Tide football, family members, friends. Get them all on the show. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button as well. Smash that thumbs up. Give us a like right here on the show. Run those likes up. We appreciate every last one of you making this your spot here to talk all things Bama football. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so that way you miss nothing when it comes down to Bama. Also, we want to hear from you. Getting your phone calls today. You can do that by calling 205-448-1358 for number 2. Let your voice be made known, 205-448-1358. And one more time, 205-448-1358. Want to hear from you. But we're going to get into right now, Eli, topic number 1 here of the conversation. Got a good show on this evening. And we start this off with, the things that you as Bama fans, what you're trying to see against Chattanooga this weekend. No one really talking much about this game, though Coach Saban refuses to overlook anybody. But here's a matchup against Chattanooga where 11 a.m. Central Time kickoff from Bryant-Denny. You're honoring your seniors. Coach Saban on his radio show yesterday telling the fans one more time, hey guys, we need you. We saw your energy against Tennessee. It really helped us. We saw your energy against LSU. It really helped us. Now we want this energy one more time. Final home game, Bryant-Denny, to send these seniors off who have worked so hard the right way. So Saban wanting the fans to be there again inside Bryant-Denny for Saturday's matchup against Chattanooga. But there are some things that you as fans, you want to see from this football team against the Mocs this weekend. And so we got those on screen right now, and I pulled out 3. I think number 1, you as fans, you want to see Jalen Milroe as the quarterback fully clean up those 10 to 15-yard throws into the boundary, that short to intermediate passing game. He's made improvement. He's gotten better with it. He has. But you want to see him fully clean it all the way up, those 10 to 15-yard throws, plays into the boundary, that short to intermediate passing game there from Jalen Milroe. Number 2, you want to see the Bama defense get a shutout. It's due for one, right? Alabama's been able to dominate teams in the second half of games, but it hasn't been able to fully pitch a complete shutout, and this Bama defense is due for one, and now would be the perfect time on Senior Day to get that done. So you want to see Kevin Steele and this defense pitch a shutout. And then last but not least, you want to see some young players get quality reps. Here's a game where the young guys who haven't gotten the chance to play much throughout the season, here's a game where they get valuable reps. They get valuable opportunities because you never know. Alabama could have need of these guys. SEC championship, right? Could have need of these guys in the college football playoff. Could Alabama get into the playoff? So you want to have those young guys get quality reps. So Jalen Milroe in the short to intermediate game, defense, pitching that shutout, and then quality reps here for the young guys. So starting this thing off with Milroe, we've seen him take leaps and bounds of growth this season. We have watched this young man go from being the long shot at plus 300 odds, according to betting sites, to even become the Alabama starting quarterback. We've watched him grow from that to getting benched for the South Florida game in favor of Tyler Buckner, and learning from that to he's become one of the best quarterbacks in college football right now. The story's tremendous. He ranks 10th all time in school history for total touchdowns in a single season with 28. Milroe, 16 touchdown passes, 12 rushing scores. We look at Milroe becoming one of the best dual threat quarterbacks in college football right now. We see a young man of whom is a semifinalist for the Maxwell Award, for the Davey O'Brien National Quarterback of the Year Award. We're looking at a quarterback whose name is starting to chirp into this Heisman Memorial Trophy conversation. He has Alabama right now as a contender for the college football playoff. He's also got Alabama lined up to face Georgia in the SEC championship game. So it's a remarkable story, one Jalen Milroe, but want to see him take this step in fully cleaning that short to intermediate passing game, those 10 to 15-yard throws into either boundary. He's able to do that against Chattanooga. That's really big for him moving forward. Auburn and then Georgia SEC championship game. Now, I don't expect to see him playing the full game. Absolutely not. First quarter, a little bit of the second quarter, depending upon how big of a lead Alabama jumps out to. But that's Milroe. Number two, the Alabama defense. We have seen Kevin Steele do big things in terms of second half adjustments, but Bama's defense is due for a shutout. And it should have had one against Kentucky. I go back to Alabama jumped out to a 21-0 lead before Kentucky had 6 offensive plays. What happened, unfortunately, you had a muffed punt by Kool-Aid McKinstry. Kentucky recovers the miscue, and it's able to put points on the board. If not for a muffed punt, Bama probably shuts out Kentucky. More than likely shuts out Kentucky. So this is a team defensively due for a shutout, in line for a shutout, should get one against Chattanooga. And it should have a game where guys are affecting the passing game of the Mocs. They're shutting down the run. We should be able to see some turnovers, getting off the field on third down, that type of thing. So this defense under Kevin Steele, due for a shutout, needs to happen this weekend against Chattanooga in terms of improving those style points where the College Football Playoff Committee is concerned. So the last but not least here, young guys getting reps. Big week for young players. When you talk about guys like Ty Simpson at quarterback, this is a game where Ty Simpson can get some big quality reps here. You look at a guy like Justice Haynes at running back, Richard Young at running back, a game where those two can get some quality reps in here. You look at guys, wide receiver Jalen Hale. We saw him against Ole Miss step up, have a touchdown catch earlier in the season. And against Kentucky, where did he have, Eli? Like 2 or 3 nice catches there against the Wildcats, 2 or 3 nice receptions there. Jalen Hale can play. Here's a game against Chattanooga, can get more reps in here. And then the big hit man, Jake Pope. Here's a game for him to get some quality reps in here. You're more than likely at this point, I don't think you're going to have Jalen Key out there at safety. So Christian Story going to get that start again at that spot. So here's a shot here for Jake Pope in the second half to get a quality look, quality reps, quality opportunity for him. It's like I mentioned, as you go into Auburn the following week, Georgia SEC championship, possibly college football playoffs, you want to have some of your young guys with some quality opportunity, with some quality game experience under their belt to where if you should need them, if you should call on them, they got some experience here, game action, live bullets flying to pull from. So here's a game for some young guys to get out there and kind of make their presence felt, so to speak. But we're going to go to our first break here on the show. Don't touch that dial. We're just getting you started here, folks, on a Friday. When we get back, we want to hear from you. We want to get your phone calls, your thoughts, your conversations. Line us up right after this.
Nine players have teamed up and released the Alabama Team Paper, which is a video yearbook they put out for sale direct to fans. Now, for the first time, small dollar purchases from the fans can support the players as a group as well as a great cause, because $1 of every subscription payment is donated to the Boys and Girls Club of America. Be a 5-star fan base and support your team and a great cause with Team Paper. Check it out at teampaper.com/Alabama.
Remember the taste of Grandma's delicious sweets? Emily's Heirloom Pound Cakes brings back those precious memories with just one bite. Each cake made from scratch. They make the perfect dessert to share with family and friends for any occasion, and ordering is easy. Visit emily'sheirloompoundcakes.com. Click the online store and shop. Then pick up your fresh cake at the kitchen in downtown Homewood. Order yours online at emily'sheirloompoundcakes.com. Emily's Heirloom Pound Cakes, making memories from scratch.
All right, people, we're back rocking and rolling to the action from the break. Number one ticket for your Bama football news, in my own words, yours truly, Stephen Smith of Touchdown Alabama Magazine on a Friday, TGIF edition of the show. Got my man Eli Walker in the production studio. Continue hitting that subscribe button, tapping that thumbs up, getting those likes up. Liking the show, sharing the show, subscribing to the show, the channel, being a part of the network, giving you non-stop Alabama football coverage and entertainment. Gotta show some love for Dale B! Let's go! Dale B with that $20 donation, dropping that in the super chats, helping us out right there. We got my man Bobby Sprinkle in here! Bobby Sprinkle with that $2 donation, showing love. Appreciate Bobby Sprinkle. Bobby and his wife Tammy, great people. Great people supporting the show there. Appreciate both of them helping us out here. Oh man, we got another one. How about my girl from California, Nona Davis, with the $10 donation? Putting that in there. Appreciate Dale B, Bobby Sprinkle, and Nona Davis getting it started off here. Daily Super Chat go $100. Daily Super Chat go $100 right there. We appreciate all of you. But phone lines open to grab your calls. Call segment brought to you by the Blue Wrench Gang, 205-448-1358. And I'm going to call in to let your voice be made known, 205-448-1358. One more time. 205-448-1358. As you guys are getting your thoughts into calling to the show, Eli, what's the dress memo for us all black today? Because we're both getting the all black. I guess we must just dreamt that. I guess we must just dreamt the dress scenario for the both of us. Because I mean, I'm getting in here with all black on. Of course, you come. We're getting ready for Black Friday. Okay, Eli, good point. We're getting ready for Black Friday. That's a good point there, Eli. So with Thanksgiving, next week? So we're getting ready for Black Friday. So Eli, are you doing Black Friday shopping this year? You doing that? Or are you a Cyber Monday guy? I mean, when I was a kid, I was doing Black Friday. What turned me away from doing it was, I think there was this news story that came out about, there was this mom that wanted to buy her son like a gaming system. And so this was when the PlayStation 3 had came out, and the boy wanted the PlayStation 3, but the mom got him the Xbox One because I guess the Xbox One was cheaper. And so the kid walks outside the store throwing a tantrum, and he broke the Xbox One. And so, in my mind, I think you better tear that kid bottom up. He broke the Xbox One outside the store. That's what turned me off Black Friday. That's what turned me off. Because mom would have paid all his money for his Xbox One, child throw a tantrum, and breaks the game outside the store. You ain't getting a thing from me from Christmas. But anyway, Bill from New York, that $5 donation, my man Bill. Big Bill dropping down the bucket right there. Appreciate Bill from New York, but yeah, that turned me away from Black Friday, Eli. When I saw that news story about that kid dropping the Xbox One, I almost lost it. For real, I almost lost it. Like, he couldn't drop it. And then it shattered in the road. Like, man, no. Anyway, I digress from that. Cool call topic right here, folks. So, Coach Saban, like I said, encouraging the Bama fans to pack out Bryant-Denny for tomorrow, senior day against Chattanooga. And this is for a senior class that's been outstanding. A senior class that these guys came in either 2019 or 2020. So this group, since 2019, 57-7 record, including the perfect 13-0 undefeated season, 2020, the COVID-shortened year for a national championship. This group of seniors, they've won 11-plus games across, the 4 to 5 seasons they've been here, 11-plus win seasons. 2 SEC championships, have a chance to win a third one. They can take down Georgia on December 2nd. So a very successful senior group here for the Crimson Tide. But the question is, will the Bama fans pack out BDS for this one? Will they pack out Bryant-Denny, send these seniors off the right way? Send guys like Roydell Williams, Jace McClellan, Jermaine Burton, Will Reichert, James Burnup, Malachi Moore, Justin DuBois, send these guys off. Seth McLaughlin, send these guys off the right way. Christian Story, Quandarius Robinson, Tim Smith. Send these guys off the right way. This group of seniors. Will BDS be packed out? Hopefully it will. I know it's an 11 o'clock kickoff. I know it's a struggle at times to get up that early, to be at a game. But for this group of seniors that have given so much to this program, will the fan base be up, ready to go, ready to show that support? We shall see. But we take a break right here, folks, in the show. Don't touch that dial, because upon our return, we're going to get into Nick Saban unveiled why this Alabama team has become dangerous. We'll talk about why that is after this. We're out here at Alumni Hall in Tuscaloosa. Oh yeah, gotta get this. Gotta get one of these right here. Can't rock that Bama without this shirt right here, fresh polo. You gotta also rock the all pink, like Kanye West right there. Keychains, gotta get you some keychains. University of Alabama keychains. I'm telling you, if you are a die-hard Alabama fan and you're looking for some big-time apparel, this place has got everything. We're talking shirts, shoes, sweatshirts, hoodies, cups, mugs, keychains. If you're just a Tide fan that has an itch to get more apparel, get more swag in your game, you come right here at Alumni Hall in Tuscaloosa, right here in Midtown Village. And also you can shop online. The link is in the description to get your gear right here at Alumni Hall. We also have new, fresh, exclusive TDA gear you can get right now at Alumni Hall. That's in store or online. Hit that link in the description and search Touchdown Alabama to view all of the available gear. Hurry and get yours before they're sold out.
Thank you for tuning in. Show your support right now by clicking that like button. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button now and enable all notifications to make sure you don't ever miss any of the best Alabama football news, notes, and information right here on Touchdown Alabama.
We're back into the action here, folks. Rocking and rolling with you from the break. Hottest show on the streets. Number one ticket for Bama football news. In my own words, yours truly, Stephen Smith of TDA. Appreciate all of you guys joining us here on a Friday. TGIF edition of the show. And just like the commercial we played in the last break here talked about, get all of your gear. Hot TDA gear right there in Alumni Hall. You click on the link in the description. You click the link in the description, it will take you right where you need to be. Get that gear right there at Alumni Hall supporting TDA. But we got shout out Ephraim Davis with the $50 donation. Ephraim that came in here with that money. Let's go. The daily super chat goal of $100 has been met. Give yourself a hand, Bama Nation. You got it done. We got it done. It's a family. We got it done here. Appreciate every last one of you. But in our topic 2 of the conversation here, Coach Saban featured on the Pat McAfee show Thursday. He's been on Pat McAfee all season. I don't know how much he's getting for that. We kind of had to do some digging on that right there. But Coach Saban on the Pat McAfee show Thursday talked about what has made this Alabama team dangerous, what's made it fun to coach for him, but what has made this group dangerous here as a whole. And he talked about how this team's having fun again. At the Alabama football program, the players are having fun again, and they're having fun because they love each other, they value each other, they respect each other, but also not having, I guess, all of the expectations that teams in the past have had has helped it also. I mean, this team's been overlooked, right? People went into this year, well, who's Bama's defensive coordinator is going to be, who the offensive coordinator is going to be, are they going to be good enough to get this team the way it needs to be at? You know, who's going to be the quarterback replacing Bryce Young? Like, there were so many questions when you look at this particular team that this Bama team wasn't necessarily expected, I should say, to be a championship group. And when you're not expected to be a championship group, you play more loose. You play more with flair, with style, with fun, with an edge to you. And that's what this group has been playing with. It's been having more fun out there. You know, Saban mentioned that when the expectation is for you to be out there winning a national championship, for you to win kind of every single game, it kind of takes the fun away from the process of growing into the team that you want to be. It takes the fun away from it. And it made me thinking, you had Bryce Young as a starter for 2 years, 2021 and 2022. Bryce comes in as this uberly talented 5-star from California in the 2020 class. So people kind of just expected when Bryce became a starter in 2021, they got this 5-star quarterback. Naturally, Bama's going to win a championship, a national title. I think that was the expectation. You got Bryce Young, you got Will Anderson, boom, should be a national title. Like, it wasn't really, can this team just grow to be something special? No, you got Bryce Young, you got Will Anderson, going to be a national title. And I can see where it would take the fun of being able to grow and develop into a champion, away from the team. Versus this year's group, there's no Bryce Young, there's no Will Anderson, and the names that we see now had to grow into those names, right? I mean, we knew coming in, Dallas Turner was a big deal. We knew coming in, J.C. Latham was a big deal. We knew coming in, a couple of guys, a few guys, but we didn't know that Milroe would grow into what he's become now, which is fascinating, right? We didn't know how the wide receiver room would really, truly play out. We didn't know who would be kind of the alpha dogs on the defensive line, but we've seen the growth from Tim Keenan, which has been great, right? So this team kind of being overlooked allows it to have fun. allows it to grow and develop and become the contender for the college football playoff that it's become. And you have to give a lot of credit to Jalen Milroe for this because, as I mentioned in the first topic, his story is incredible. You go from being the long shot, be the starting quarterback, to look at where you're at now. I mean, you're in the Heisman conversation. You are a semifinalist for a couple of major quarterback awards. You lead the nation in terms of rushing touchdowns by a quarterback with 12. You're right now ranked number 10 all-time in school history for a single season for touchdowns, responsible for with 28. I mean, he's taken Alabama from a Week 2 loss to Texas dead in the water to an Alabama that is competing for or playing for a Southeastern Conference title, and Alabama playing for a shot to get in the college football playoff. I mean, what a ride. What a journey it's been for Milroe. And, he's been the catalyst behind this team being dangerous with the whole let a naysayer know, the whole LANK motto, which they've got that now, Eli, on T-shirts. So we probably got to cop us a LANK T-shirt. I don't know if we got to go through Milroe to get it or go through Terry on Arnold to get it. We'll find one somehow, Eli. We got to get our hands on one of those LANK shirts. But this is a team that playing with more fun, playing with more flair, playing with more of an edge to it, because it's been able to not have, all of the expectations on it as opposed to teams in the past. And it's, like I said, it's been a team that Nick Saban's enjoyed coaching. It's been a team that this coaching staff has enjoyed coaching. This is a group that has grown to where Nick Saban wants to be at. It's taken some time, but now that it's clicking here, or it's been clicking since second half against Tennessee, this is a group that has developed into where Nick Saban wants it to be at. Now, of course, you still have some people out there that's reserving judgment. They want to see, how does this team fare against Georgia in the SEC title game? Alabama, a 3-point underdog to the Bulldogs. Bama goes out there, handles that business against Georgia, then everybody else will come into the wagon. But right now, you still have some folks standing outside the wagon going, I'm not going to give this to Bama until I see what happens there with Georgia. But really excited to hear from Coach Saban about how this team's become dangerous because it's having a whole lot more fun out there on the field. But we go to another break here, folks, from the show Don't Touch That Dial. When we get back, we return those phone lines. We grab your calls. We get your thoughts. We get your viewpoints. We get interaction from you, the Bama Nation. I'll just up right after this.
Every sports fan deserves the proper representation. Whitwell Sports introduces to you the Title Towel. Wave that Title Towel in the air like you just don't care. In support of Nick Saban and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Only $9.99 and it lasts a lifetime. Head on over to whitwellsports.com and get your Title Towel today.
This is Chris Rogers, 2009 national champion. You are listening to the baddest, when I say the baddest, sports show in the state of Alabama. In my own words, yours truly, Touchdown Alabama Magazine. Don't touch that dial.
Thank you for tuning in. Show your support right now by clicking that like button. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button now and enable all notifications to make sure you don't ever miss any of the best Alabama football news, notes, and information right here on Touchdown Alabama.
All right, folks, here we go. We're back rocking and rolling to the action from the break. Hottest ticket you're going to find. Talking Bama football news in my own words. Yours truly, Stephen Smith of TDA. My man Eli Walker in the production studio handling that business there. Continue to like the show. Hit that like button, smash the like button. Get those likes up right there. Also, hit that subscribe button as well. Make this your spot for all things Bama football coverage. But before we get into your calls have been brought to you by the Blue Wrench Gang, 205-448-1358. The number to call in. Let your voice be made known on the show, 205-448-1358. But got a cool call topic here, Eli, and this goes to, Bama in terms of this college football playoff committee here. And the thought I have here is on here. We can move it. Oh, yeah. The thought I have here is, does Bama get the chaos it needs this week? Does Bama get the chaos it needs this week in terms of other teams losing to hop into this playoff? So this week, you have Washington, Oregon State. Can Bama get Washington to lose this week? We know we've got Texas versus Iowa State. Can Bama get Iowa State to trip up Texas this weekend? Can that happen? I don't know who Oregon plays this weekend, but can Bama get, some help there as well? Can some chaos ensue? I'm not saying all the dominoes have to fall in one day, but at least can a little chaos happen to where it helps position Alabama even more so for the college football. My eyes will be on Washington, Oregon State, absolutely. My eyes may even be on Texas, Iowa State. But can the Tide get some chaos brewing, boiling up here to help it get into or help it position it for the CFP? Big thing right there. But we take this call here. You're live on the show. What's happening? How we feeling? State your name and where you calling from.
Hi, Stephen. Bill from New York again. How you doing, man?
Bill, I'm well, man. Cannot complain here. We got honoring these seniors on tomorrow. But my man, how are you feeling, brother?
I'm good. I'm just not all that worried about it in terms of the teams in front of us. Let me tell you, I went on a rant Wednesday talking about all these imposters. I left out Florida State. Let me tell you, all right, they beat LSU in their first game. I was looking at their schedule. My grandmother plays tougher teams, and she's deceased. They don't play anybody. They're going to play in their title game. Who are they going to play? A nobody. Well, I don't know. Duke, North Carolina. Will they please? You know what it is? These sports writers, their job is to pretend other teams are as good as us, or else everybody would lose interest. They do these talk shows. I have Sirius Radio. I listen to the college station. They talk about all these ridiculous teams. Look, Penn State. Oh, they were going to do this. No, they're not. They're nothing. Look, all we have, to me, if we knock off Georgia, there's no way in the world they should exclude us, because look, next year they're going to have 12 playoffs, and you're going to have all these candy-ass teams in there. Go ahead. But right now, we're the Crimson Tide. Our defense came around, just like you said. Look, how many teams could lose Will Anderson and their defense improves? Our defense is much better than last year. So that's all I got, Stephen. I just wanted to throw in Florida State on my list of imposters. Once again, you have the best show, and everybody, roll Tide.
Appreciate Bill from New York calling in here on a Friday. And he's right. About the fact that this team, defensively, without Will Anderson, got better. It's crazy to think about that sometimes. You remove Will Anderson, and Dallas Turner's better. Chris Braswell's heating up. Quandarius Robinson's playing great ball. Deontay Lawson, Kendrick Blackshot. You removed Will Anderson, and it's like everybody collectively as a whole got better. Insane to think about that. We take this call, though. You're live on the show. What's happening? How we feeling? State your name and where you calling from.
Stephen, what's going on Friday evening in Birmingham? Give me some good news.
Well, Whalen, we got the president here. Well, Whalen, some good news. We're honoring some seniors on Saturday, some super seniors who have contributed to this program, getting a national championship in 2020. 2 SEC championships so far. Can have a chance to get a third one. You take out Georgia on December 2nd. So honoring a very productive senior class this weekend.
Yeah, very productive. Yeah, I'll try to. Bill and I'll try to, coach them up pretty hard there tomorrow. Do the best we can, but it's pretty difficult there. We may have to call you there in the booth, see if you can give us some help. But anyway, you know what next week it is. You know what next week is, don't you? Auburn. It's Auburn Tiger
the old
Week.
Iron Bowl. The old Iron Bowl.
Yeah, the Iron Bowl is that's not coming to town. We're going to Jordan-Hare, so I hope Alabama can get through this week, Chattanooga, and without any injuries, and get the team, focused for Auburn going down to Auburn. It's not an easy game. I saw Alabama go down there, Georgia go down there. A lot of teams go down there number 1 and come out number 0, and Auburn wasn't even ranked. So anyway, I just wanted to holler at the Blue Ridge gang. Everybody doing a great job on the chat, all the donations, all the people in the chat, call-ins, all the stuff going on. Y'all doing a great job. And we got to keep them straight tomorrow. No injuries. Get out of here. Get to Auburn. Get to the Iron Bowl. Get to I don't know. We need to beat Georgia. We need a little help maybe from Oregon, maybe a little help from Washington, maybe a loss from Texas. I don't know. May need a little. We'll get it maybe and get into playoffs. If not, like I said, I think you'll see an Alabama-Texas rematch in the Sugar Bowl if that doesn't happen. And that's big money if it does. Anyway, y'all sound good. I'll catch y'all next week. It's Auburn week. We'll raise a little hell with Auburn next week. I love all y'all. Y'all be safe. Bye-bye, everyone.
Appreciate the president Waylon calling in right there. And this is a game where you're preparing yourself to face Auburn the following week, right? You want to get out. You want to get through this match with Chattanooga, no injuries, going into the Iron Bowl week. Now, it looks like Alabama won't have Jalen Key and Deontay Lawson again. I mean, they were able to run around and do some things this week in practice, but it looks like Saban's going to hold them out to be fully healthy for the Iron Bowl, which I understand that. And you want those two fully healthy. Jahad Campbell, Christian Story, they can handle Chattanooga. Let's have Lawson, Key set to go for Auburn, and then Georgia in the SEC championship game. But can Bama get a little chaos? Can that happen here this weekend? We'll see. We'll see if some chaos ensues in terms of college football. But taking our final break right here, folks, in the show. Don't touch that dial. When we get back, upon our return, get into a good discussion here on who would be the most memorable senior from this group. Bama honoring seniors tomorrow. Guys that either came in 2019 or 2020. Who would you say, Alabama fans, is the most memorable senior in this group? Drop that in the chat line. Who would you say is the most memorable senior in this group? Drop that in the chat line. We'll wrap things up after this.
I'm Malachi Moore, and you're watching In My Own Words with Stephen M. Smith on Touchdown Alabama YouTube channel.
Thank you for tuning in. Show your support right now by clicking that like button. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button now and enable all notifications to make sure you don't ever miss any of the best Alabama football news, notes, and information right here on Touchdown Alabama.
What's going on? This is Benny Bice. I'm the founder and owner of Touchdown Alabama. And you guys are supporting one of the only independent outlets covering Alabama football today. No other sports, no networks, just Alabama football. Roll Tide Roll.
All right, folks, here we go. Back into the action right here from the break. Number one ticket for Bama football news. In my own words, yours truly, Stephen Smith of TDA, wrapping things up here. Got a lot of conversation going in the chat line right now. The question is for you as fans, as Bama honors its seniors on tomorrow, who would be the most memorable senior in your opinion? Got a lot of Will Reichert in the chat right now. There was also a question from Erica Airbrush in the chat line there about, how do you play Brock Bowers when you look at Alabama, Georgia? In my opinion, if I was Coach Saban, I would do double coverage, bracket coverage on Bowers, and play zone across the board. That's how I would do it, but we'll see how Saban goes about it when the Georgia week comes. But final discussion of conversation, who would you look at most memorable senior as Alabama recognizing this group of young men on tomorrow inside Bryant-Denny? Eli, for me, I know a lot of people would look at Will Riker, and that's a very worthy name. A young man that's been the most consistent kicker in the Saban era outside of Jeremy Shelley and Lee Tiffin, right? And prior to Will Riker, I mean, that was about a 3 to 4 year period where Bama couldn't make a field goal, right? Bama could make an extra point. And there were fans that had different rituals every time the kicker would come up just to keep themselves sane. Whether it was, I got to drink the tequila out of my flask. Whether it was, I got to smoke a little something to ease my nerve for the kicker to get up there. Whether it was, I got to change it to 5 to 6 different shirts for the kicker to get up there. Whether it was, hey, I just got to say this tiny sentence over and over again. It was just so many different things you had to do, right? Will Riker alleviated all of that. Like, when he walks up there, we're like, that kick's going in. That kick's going in. Like, 9 times out of 10, that kick's going in. So, it's been a joy having Will Riker. But I guess for me, the most memorable senior, would I be wrong, Eli, if I was to say Malachi Moore here? Would I be wrong to go that route, the most memorable senior, Malachi Moore? So and here's why I would go that route, because think about it. Malachi is probably one of few people that has been on the mountaintop to the valley and then back to the mountaintop throughout his career. He comes in as a freshman in 2020. He earns the starting job at nickel. He plays incredibly well that year. I mean, 44 tackles, 4 tackles for loss, 6 pass breakups, 3 interceptions, fumble return for a touchdown against Tennessee. Helps Alabama to an SEC championship, national championship. Makes freshman All-SEC, freshman All-American. So as a freshman, he got to the mountaintop, right? And then injuries happened to him. Had back spasm, shin splints. And sophomore, junior year, kind of got relegated to the valley. We saw Brian Branch kind of emerge and surge and take over that spot at nickel. Now Brian Branch is balling in the NFL, but during that time where Branch was balling, Malachi was kind of in the valley, kind of getting himself back healthy, back full strength, back to kind of that freshman form. And now Malachi has returned to the mountain. I mean, this season, 39 tackles for him, 4 to 5 tackles for loss for him. I think he also has a sack this year. Making plays all over the field this season. So, to me, he would kind of be my most memorable senior. Just seeing how I've been able to follow his career from freshman year on top to trying times, his sophomore and junior year to the injuries, and now he's back on top. So, my most memorable senior would be Malachi Moore. But some would have Will Riker, not a bad choice. Some would have Justin Eboigbe, not a bad choice at all. Some may have Seth McLaughlin, not a bad choice at all. Some may even look at, the 2 running backs, Jace McClellan and Roydell Williams. And you couldn't go wrong there either. But just me documenting Malachi's career, he would be the one I would choose. I mean, Eli, let me throw this to you before we wrap this up. And you could type this up, Eli. I mean, who would you have? As your most memorable senior, Eli, I mean, who would you have? Okay, so Eli's got Malachi. Okay. So I'm not alone there. So Eli's got Malachi. I got him. Probably a lot of you in the chat got him as well. So Bama honoring seniors tomorrow. Big senior day. It'll either be during the pregame or at halftime where Coach Saban will run out there with the flower and the football. He'll take pictures with everybody. in the senior class. I'll try to capture that on video so a lot of you fans can see that on social media. Of course, Eli, you'll be down on the field, so you'll be able to capture that as well. So keep it on lock here to TDA on social media throughout the game tomorrow, as we'll be having different videos and stuff for you guys to check out and see right there. Johnny on the spot, as Eli tends to be. Johnny on the spot right there. But always, Bama fans, you want the best news, notes, coverage, entertainment. You can get this by accessing the Touchdown Alabama Magazine app. You download the app from the iPhone App Store if you're rocking Team Apple, Google Play Store if you got the Android phone for your audio needs. Check us out, iTunes or Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Spreaker, TuneIn Radio, Overcast.fm, Google Play, iHeartRadio. We got you covered right there. The good and gracious Lord sees fit. I'll try to be back on Monday, continuing the conversation, but it's Bama football. Got to give a shout out to you, the Bama fans, for all that you do. Every phone call, every donation, every chat, every super chat, you make this fun. Like, I get to come on here 3 days a week to do this, but you make this fun. Without you, I'm just yammering to myself. That's kind of difficult. Crazy in a way, but you guys make this fun. So appreciate you guys. Guys, show some love to my man Eli Walker in the production studio, doing this thing and keeping the train known as me the road there. Also gotta give a shout to the family back home. Wife Mia, daughter Mariah. Love you girls. Love you. 2 girls right there. Love you guys. Y'all see Dad? Hey, you guys. But till next time, y'all. Husbands, love your wives. Wives, appreciate, value those husbands. Children, you guys continue doing the right thing, fun thing, good thing, legitimate thing to not be bored there enjoying this weekend. You get yourself those 3 hearty meals a day, those 3 great laughs a day. You protect yourself. You protect the loved ones around you. Till next time, folks, I'm your man Stephen Smith, and you've been listening to In My Own Words.